Because you know when you go to jail, that's what you call hooping.
Oh yeah.
When you hoop the drugs.
Yeah.
When you put them up all the way up your ass.
Bro, you over whooping, bro.
I couldn't believe
I'm just telling you, it's hooping.
I couldn't believe Jay Diggs. Jay Diggs was talking about putting condoms full of weed, like swallowing them, and then shitting out the weed, and then selling the poop weed around the prison. Yeah,
everything that you got in there got on it. Where do you think it come from?
I just didn't think like weed was valuable enough or needed enough that you'd be willing. Like a heroin, I understand. You swallow the heroin because you need this to live. To me, when I don't have weed, it's kind of, I'm not gonna say it's whatever, but it's definitely not like, oh, I'm down to like swallow balloons full of weed and poop them out and then smoke my poop weed.
If you were in jail, you're not looking at the financial gains. If you were in jail and your girl can give you an ounce of weed and 3 different condoms and you swallow them both, back out, that ounce of weed turns into like $5,000.
Is the weed already grinded up enough? Because I'm kind of picturing like the stems and the sticks.
Nah, you gotta hit it in the grinder, or sometimes just nugget it up. It depends.
I love those kind of stories because to me, Jay Diggs seems like a gangster. Doesn't seem like the kind of guy that's gonna be hooping. But when it comes down to it in prison,
that's not hooping. A swallow. See, he done hoops too though. See, be trying to go away from that. That's why I keep it real. You'd have used that. That's the only safe we got in the jail.
What's the craziest thing you ever kept in there?
Some heroin.
Heroin?
Yeah.
What, just a balloon full of it, or was it just raw? Were you like feeling it seep into your body through your
finger? No, it can't go seep through your body. You put like 5 different gloves on there.
You was with that dog in there?
I was selling that dog food.
You never tried it?
150. Hell yeah, I tell you that all the time.
Oh yeah. But you didn't shoot it up.
Never shot it up.
See, that's why we got to get you on.
We used to call them calitos.
What's
Ain't that
mean?
what you call a calito? Yeah, when you go down your nose with the water.
You snort it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, you put it in your nose and then you dump water to allow it to go into your...
this is what you do.
Just snort it.
No, this is what you do. It's not. I didn't f with China White.
You could be like
Pulp
China Fiction when the girl dies from snorting
China
heroin.
White has fentanyl in it for sure. Like the powdery heroin, the tar, black tar.
Yeah.
Heroin. That's what you do. You take it, you get you a spoon, put the little sack on the spoon, get a tissue and wet it, and then you dab the water on top of it so it can dilute it just a little bit. You can't get it too watery. Then you stir it up just a little bit. Then you lean off the back of your bed like this and just drop that bitch down. By the time you come up, you like, yeah.
I would have been next to him like, let me get that shit.
You want to think so? Come on, bro. Nigga, I turned the whole jail out. Once they seen Fly pimping ass shit, was doing that shit, nigga, I had niggas at my door. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, you getting high too? Like, no dope before the cash.
Squabble up. Squabble up.
No squabbling off the heroin. Listen, and when I used to be high and the ops come in, you sit your on that bunk till the morning. We gonna get out in the morning because I'm sick, so I'm loaded right now. Or if you turned up like that and you want to fight me while I'm loaded, come to the back. I got something for you.
But I feel like
I bet you run to the door.
If you're
he's stabbing me.
If you're doing large amounts of heroin behind bars, I feel like there's a good chance that somebody's going to take advantage of your newfound weakened state, and they're going to take your drugs. Never mind, hit you with the Glock Dookie while you all nodding off in bed.
Well,
you know?
where can they take the drugs from though?
I'm just you do your whole supply at once.
They go dig in my ass.
So you take it out, put some on the spoon or whatever, and then you put the rest of it up in your ass.
I cheek it like right up under my nuts, not in my ass. I cheek it like right up under my nuts for a second. I had Ethicas in there, so I wasn't tripping, right? And then, like, if the people come in, I always had this, like, A&D ointment or Vaseline up there. I dip the tip of that motherfucker if they run it in. And
Thank you for being so open and honest about your asshole.
Yeah, nigga.
Because a lot of people would not do the same in this position.
Listen, I'm a real nigga. Any nigga talk about, listen, I bet you, nigga, on 6-0, I paid all my kids' Christmases bills and all that shit, nigga. Bought my bitch a car and all that shit off of jail, nigga. Everywhere, wherever I'm at, I'm gonna trap. I don't give a fuck. If that's what it is, that's the only safe. You won't catch me putting shit up on it unless but then when I was on parole, I used to go to the parole officer with like an ounce on me, a black, like nigga tied up, ready to go. If he say anything,
What?
If he say that he taking me back in,
you zip it up into your butt.
Do you know how much you can get off an ounce of heroin in jail?
No, I don't.
It turns into like 28 to 36,000.
Wow.
And you buy it for 900, 800.
We always start talking about drugs on here.
Yeah.
I like it though. It's like the one thing that we have in common.
Yeah.
Girls, baby mamas, kids.
And I'm open with it because heroin. I don't want people to do that shit, but it's like I didn't do any drugs in jail for like a year and a half, bro. When they got to talk about 13, remember they was talking crazy about me. They talking about 2013, man. Where is that shit y'all been getting out? It happened with Suboxone strips first. Somebody came through with some Suboxone strips. I'm like, what the fuck is a Suboxone strip? They like, this shit gonna get you high like a perk. That's all they had to say.
And did it?
Yeah, because they shut my window down. Remember, I had perks and Zans coming through that window. Somebody snitched. So while I was digging another hole in the window, I ended up busting the whole floor out in the bungalow. I had got another stash spot to where I could go back to perks, but
it really sounds like you're having a little too much fun in there. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I was. I ain't gonna lie. That's why C-Mac talks about it like that. Any dorm that I was in, we was lit.
Well, it's